Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome to my channel, Wisconsin Hugs. My name is Tony Grillo, and I was going through some posts, trying to find something back in 2019, and I came across this one. This was a picture that was sent to me, tagged me by Kelly Tracy, a guy that lives in my hometown, but I really didn't know him all that well in high school. And he sent me this picture because I'd written a post about SNL. So let's just get right into it. I haven't watched Saturday Night Live in a while, but grew up loving it. And there was apparently some upset Twitter debate over a guest host's comic remarks. So I watched it. And the comic did do some age bashing by talking some about his grandma. But that's not what the fan base was upset about. He also called the election a contest between two old guys, and it didn't matter who you voted for an old guy was going to win, which probably isn't a message people want to hear on the eve of an election. Yeah, especially if you're on the left, you're leaning on the left, and you're scared that the guy you don't want in there is going to win a second term. You really don't want, and you're watching your favorite show, because I'm guessing a lot of people on the left watch this show. It's probably not a message that people want to hear on the eve of election. I used to think monologues was about being funny with some edgy wit or satire that had a message, but I had no idea where the host was going with his monologue, and he wasn't funny. Then I had a few minutes, so I watched the Sleeping Hollow bit where Ichabod Crane and his buddies thought it was funny, asking the Headless Horseman if he used his severed head to gratify himself. Then the skit ended with the head getting gang raped. Do people really find this funny? I was like, wow, WTF. Or maybe I'm becoming my dad or grandpa, though I can't imagine finding this funny as a kid. I've enjoyed, Seth Rogen movies. He's obviously popular with my kids, made millions, but I notice he has no filter. And I still cringe during certain scenes that I still think are taboo and don't find funny, especially when they talk about, it seems like this younger generation likes talking about, self-gratifying themselves. It makes me cringe. I'm just thinking, real men don't talk about stuff like that. Maybe I'm wrong, I don't know, but my gut says no. My sons introduced me to the show Modern Family. They told me it's the funniest show on TV. I have nothing against gay men, but that gay guy on the show makes me retch. I've never felt so uncomfortable watching a character that my sons love. I was like, aren't there any real men in this show? There wasn't anything funny or inspiring about the show. All they did was it was like shock. They'd say something shocking, and that seemed, and then I don't know if people thought that was funny. Maybe the younger generation thinks that's funny if you keep saying shocking things. I don't know. I didn't like it. What shows did I like growing up? Well, as a kid, it was Gilligan's Island. Even Win as Gilligan one Halloween. Because I like the show so much. Can you imagine what that show would look like today? I'm sure Gilligan and the skipper would be a couple, and there was a charm to Gilligan's goofy innocence. It was funny watching him run away from the beautiful movie star when she wanted a kiss. Yeah, Tina Louise was so beautiful on that show, and I remember I'd be yelling at the TV screen, "Why are you running, Gilligan? Go get that kiss!" And then what's the debate? The debate between Mary Ann and the movie star. Who would you choose? And I don't. They're both beautiful women. I do remember that story where Gilligan was supposed to appear in a picture with Tina Louise for the cover of TV Guide. And he said, "No, I'm not doing it unless you put, Mary Ann in it." He wanted both girls in the picture, and they're like, "Fine. Let's just take the picture." Well, then when they took the picture, they cut Mary Ann right out of the picture. So it was just Gilligan and Tina Louise. So, Mary Ann, the actress that played her, she said if she ever did another TV Guide cover shoot, she would make sure that she was the one facing the actor and not standing behind his back for the next cover shoot. Could a show like Happy Days be successful today? I really don't think. Right now, it doesn't seem like woke Hollywood would want to do a show like Happy Days. With characters that were set, from the 50s, 60s, 70s. I don't think they'd want to do that. What would they do to Top Gun today if Tom Cruise wasn't there? And that's an interesting question because, we've seen how successful Maverick has been. I saw the movie, loved it, thought it was great. It's one of those movies I wouldn't mind watching again. I enjoyed it that much. Maybe Hollywood, movies like Top Gun are sending a message to Hollywood that, they need to do stories about, heroes and not, specialize on a message. I guess maybe I need to be more open-minded, but decency still needs a filter, and good shows don't have to use self-gratification. Be funny. I know if I'm watching something I wouldn't watch with my old man, then I probably shouldn't be watching it. Yeah, definitely. And I did blow up at my kids and said, what TF am I watching here? These people have no filters. Do you seriously find this funny? Then I left. LOL. My daughter told me once that people should feel free to say or wear or do as they please without judgment. I was like, well, that rule doesn't apply to dads. I'll give her points for trying, but it's very rare for me as a dad to ever be wrong. Have a great Tuesday, and sorry if you don't like my writing, but those are my honest thoughts for today, and I don't feel the need to lower my standards to be cool. That's my truth. So that's all I have to say about my experience at watching SNL. That was back in 2020. I have not watched. I shouldn't say that. I've maybe watched a couple clips here and there, but I am not a regular watcher of that show anymore. I just don't like it anymore. But anyhow, I hope you all have a great day. Take care. Adios.